Welcome back to this week's episode. Today we have a very special interview with Kallem.
Kallem came 4th at CNL Finals 2023. He came 2nd at Stage 3 at Worlds. He was 3rd in the World's Strongest Ninja. He is in the Pro Division and was the Midwest Regional Champion. And he is also great at everything, except dancing apparently. But anyways, hopefully this episode is really good and we hope you like it. And we'll see you guys soon after the break.
Mommy,
Yes, honey.
can I get Spotify for my birthday?
Why do you want Spotify for your birthday?
I want to listen to Ninja Talk with the Bunny and Frog. There are new episodes every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern.
In that case, of course you can. In fact, let's listen to it right now.
Good day, Cal. How's it going?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you two doing today?
I'm doing quite well, thank you. So we are here and we're going to interview you, and hopefully it should be fun.
I hope so too.
You excited?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Alright, let's begin with the first question, which is how did you get into Ninja?
Okay, so once upon a time, back in my old college days, alright, I was quite the troublemaker. I would scare the people at the baseball games, my brother's baseball games, because there's a kid in the gazebo. He's gonna be stuck up there. My mom comes over and sure enough, it's her kid being in all sorts of trouble. And I could get down just fine. I was always safe. But then, I also really enjoyed watching the TV show American Ninja Warrior, as most people did. So then, one day, my mom says that, hey, Alex told me about there's this gym in Milton that has Ninja Warrior stuff in it. Maybe we should sign you up for some classes. So that's exactly what I do. I sign up for some classes, and I love it. It was such a great experience, and I've just been doing it ever since.
That's cool. I like that. I did not know that you were a troublemaker.
I wasn't really until I got to climb things.
Were you scary?
I don't think I was scary.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So,
You said you scared people.
Well, I scared the parents because I thought I was going to get hurt.
Oh, I thought you meant you were like, boo. No, okay.
No, I didn't do that. I wasn't that creative.
now I
dropped from the
understand.
top of the gazebo, dropped down in front of people's faces, and went
I'm going to write that one down.
and ran
alright?
away.
Alright, I understand. There you go. Next question.
So, what's your favorite WNL format?
Favorite WNL format is definitely flow, because it's just like no silly rules, no confusion. It's just you have to get from here to there, don't mess up. Now, this can stress some people out, but I like it the most because it makes sure that you don't take any obstacles for granted and that you can do your absolute best on every part of it.
That makes a lot of sense. That was similar reasons why I picked flow for my number 1 in episode 9. So I was wondering, what are your favorite things to train?
Favorite things to train? I absolutely love going with these giant swings. We don't have the most room for that at Aspire, but when we do have something set up, especially in that middle lane on the, I don't really should know the names of each of them.
Pretty sure it's a ninja course.
Yeah, the ninja course, not the training area. And we have that middle lane set up with these big swings with the red bars or with the wing nut. It's just so much fun to fly through the air. So that's why it's my favorite thing to train.
Is there anything in particular that you've been working on recently?
Not a whole lot, though I am trying my best to do a lot of burnout style courses because I feel that's where I'm at my weakest. And if I can go through the whole thing without dropping, that's ideally what we have to do, especially in things like Stage 3. So in the future, when I'm trying to win Stage 3, I'll have to be prepared for that.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And so, what's your favorite part of traveling with the team to competitions in, far away, like Sudbury or something like that?
My all-time favorite part with traveling with the team is definitely the community that we put together on the courses. So no matter where you're from, what gym you're at, everybody is always super friendly to each other. There's no us versus them mentality in Ninja. And no matter where you're from, there's always people going to be cheering you on and hoping that you do well, even though they're competing against them.
That's cool. Speaking of traveling with the team, well, actually, mainly just traveling with Dax. But on the way back from Worlds this year, you and I kind of went on a little ninja gym tour all the way around America.
Yes, we did.
Out of all of those gyms, did you have a favorite?
So that depends on the criteria. The one that was the most enjoyable for me was definitely Ferox. Like I said earlier, but with the big swings, I really loved the size of the gym and how I was able to really fly there. But if I were to want to go back to one of them, probably be Rock Solid, because they had the most difficult obstacles that I'd seen in any gym. It was definitely a humbling experience, but if I could be able to train there, that would be really great for me to develop my abilities.
That makes sense. You want to just challenge yourself so you can get more, like, out of your training sessions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And who would you say has been your like ninja role model, like someone who you look up to and watch and learn from?
My ninja role model is definitely Coach Matt the Bat. He is just so incredible at being able to see the obstacles for exactly what they are, and he always knows what's best for everybody. Like one person might do a certain obstacle in a particular way that suits their strengths, but another person might do it in a completely different way, and he's able to accommodate everybody, which I really like to see. And I also appreciate that we often get to compete against each other and we're pretty close. So it's like neck and neck. And he's a really great training partner and competition partner.
So, speaking of, like, competing against elite ninjas, how has it been like to make the jump to the pro division and to do it as well as such a young age?
I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't really feel all that different from like the teen division that I was in the year before, especially in W and L. Like when I was in teen, like teen is pretty much, I'd argue, the second strongest division because they're not allowed to be an elite yet, but it's still like all of the best athletes. And when I go against people like Braden and Nathaniel in that group, they're always really amazing at with ninja, and we're able to get neck and neck again and really do things that some people would only dream of being possible. When I've moved up to pro, it's not all that different because the people are still just as strong, if not stronger, but I'm already at that level where I've seen what it's like to compete against the best of the best, and now it's just more of the best of the best.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So what is your like mental side of preparing for a competition?
Okay, so for those of you who've known me for a long time, back when I was just starting out with Ninja, I would get very emotional. I would always want to do my absolute best, and when I wasn't able to, I'd get really upset about that. But I've started to learn lately that no matter what happens, it doesn't really matter in the long run. Like, if you mess something up, there's always going to be another opportunity, another chance to prove yourself, and one small slip up doesn't define who you are.
I've been told that same thing many times by my parents. Back when I was a little...
Back in your old college days?
Yeah, back in my old college days when I was very similar to that, and I would get really disappointed when I didn't perform at the best that I could. So, of course, your World Finals performance this year was fantastic. And how cool was it to be able to compete against ninjas who are at the top of the division when you competed against them on stage 3 and beat most of them, finishing in second place?
Right. So when I was at that event, that was probably my favorite Ninja Warrior event of all time. On stage 2, I didn't have my best run. I slipped on trying to do a improper technique on the kaleidoscope obstacle Foursquare, and I wasn't happy with it. But once I saw that I had qualified for stage 3, like, I was satisfied. I was so happy just to even be there. So my mentality from I need to win was kind of gone. It was more of a feeling of awe, being able to be with all of the best in the world, walking through a walkthrough with all the guys you see on the show. And then when I got to run that course, in the heat of the moment. Like, I fell on about midway through the course, but when I came up, I was just had the biggest grin on my face because although I didn't do as well as I wanted to, just having that experience was the best I could have hoped for. And getting second place was an added bonus.
That's so cool. That's really good that you kind of saw beyond winning. You kind of just went for the mentality like, I'm here. Let's just have some fun with it.
Let's have some fun.
So do you have any like ninja goals this year?
Okay, so my biggest goal at the moment, because I won't be able to compete at the WNL World Finals this year, I'm focusing on UNAA and like all of the leagues that are affiliated with that finals session. So my biggest goal right now is to win the 15U division for UNAA.
Yep.
It's my last opportunity to be in the division before pro that I'm like supposed to be in. I'm not like jumping ahead to pro like in CNL. And if I can win that, that would be like absolutely extraordinary. I know that I have a lot of competition against me. There's a lot of really strong ninjas out there, but I do think I have a decent chance.
That's awesome. I hope you do well. It'll be
Thank
great.
you.
So, we all know your dad, Dave.
Coach Dave.
He often helps whenever Matt is not there, so he kind of walks through with you, gives you advice, gives you some chalk. So I was wondering if you had a favorite Coach Dave appearance.
Favorite Coach Dave appearance? I'd say that would probably be at the Midwest Regionals from MLab, Ohio. That course was pretty much the perfect ninja course for me. First of all, it was on my birthday. And
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I got my new bucket of chalk and a massage gun, which could prepare me for the course. And I got to go last because I was top of the leaderboard. And Coach Dave, he was absolutely perfect in that scenario. He knew exactly what time I had to beat, and he was able to not only be there for my chalk, but also to give me exactly how much time I could rest in each. And he just had it all down to a T, and I was really grateful for that.
I can see how that would be really helpful. Like if you didn't, how do you think you would have done if you didn't have Coach Dave?
If I didn't have Coach Dave, really, it's hard to tell. I don't know what would have happened. I definitely wouldn't have taken the rest that I took before the last obstacle. Now, I'm not sure if that would have made me fallen or not, but it was definitely really great to see that he was able to slow me down because he knew exactly how much time I had and that I was able to take that rest.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. And so, people that have known you know that you always wear crazy socks. So what's the history behind that, and do you have a favorite one?
What's the history? I don't really think I have much of a history with it. Just, I like the long socks, probably because back when I was younger, when I would wear boots, the ankle socks would like slip off the edge of my feet.
Yeah.
So that was like really annoying me. So I would wear like long tube socks, and most of those socks usually have fun patterns on them. So once I started wearing that, it was just like, all right, these are fun. Let's get some more. And then I have way too many pairs of crazy socks now, but they're really great. I like the expressions on them, the way I can like show the world that I'm a fun person. And my favorite ones right now are probably my sea turtle ones that I got from World Finals this most recent year when I went to the aquarium.
Awesome. I've seen those. The sea turtle ones have made a couple of appearances.
Yes,
they're
they
quite
have.
good. So, assuming you've listened to the podcast in the past, you should probably know that we do a joke of the week.
Yes, you do.
Why do cows wear bells?
Cows wear bells. I don't know.
Because their horns don't work.
I think Owen needs to come up with some new jokes. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
that will get some groans. Alright, well, thank you, Cal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy?
Yeah, that was great. I like that I was able to talk with all of you and share what I think about of this with the sport, and hopefully we can do it again.
For sure. Thank you. Alright, see you next time.
Bye.